Peace and blessings, Mama Neith. Here are some beautiful, energetic hygiene tips and practices that you can utilize in any environment that may be likely to be stressful or filled with energy that might be traumatic or intense in any type of ways. Here are some principles and some practices that can be utilized. Here you go. 1, a regular grounding practice. So regular meaning whatever it is that if you just close your eyes and say, what cycle of time might work for me energetically as far as my schedule, as far as what I have access to in nature, to just utilize the very, very powerful tool of the earth to release energy and to, reset circadian rhythms and reset just your breathing, your systems. The earth does all of that. You can read up on grounding. There's so much research. So, if you say, okay, well, once a week, I'm just going to put my feet on some patch of earth in a park, in my backyard, on a grounding mat, which they sell in many, many places. You could just plug it in your wall. I'm going to do that for 20 minutes a day, once a week. I would say do it 3 times a week. I would say get out every time that it rains, to put your feet on the earth, to get, that, and, regularly, if you can, get yourself once or twice a year to a beach, as just a regular practice. So grounding. Number 2, if you have resonance with using crystals, some good ones are, a black stone like a obsidian or a black tourmaline, alongside an amethyst and a rose quartz. Those I have found to be very helpful for me and other healers as just kind of a baseline triad, So the black stone, black tourmaline or obsidian is going to absorb negative energy. Is if it's around you, it won't get inside of you. The stone will absorb that. The amethyst is also a protecting stone, and it's a healing stone. So you'll be able to facilitate that for yourself and others. And then the rose quartz is just heart medicine, just heart supportive medicine, so you can stay compassionate and loving and in your heart space in a good way. So how I was taught is, there's kind of 2 rounds to work with crystals and things like that. One, you need to cleanse it, and then you need to charge it. So to cleanse it, you can run it under cold water. You can put it in salt water. You can run it over some kind of smudging smoke like sage or whatever other kind of frankincense and myrrh, whatever kind of resins that resonate with you and your ancestors to utilize. Or you can set it out under a full moon. Setting out on the full moon will both cleanse it and charge it. For charging, you can pretty much do any of these practices with the intention of asking it to activate and become alive and help you in service of whatever you're doing. So, after I cleanse them of energy, I just sit with mine in the palms of my hands after I've cleansed myself and I know my intention and I've tried to come to the practice in a good way, and just ask it to assist you, to activate itself, to be with you. I tell it what my intentions are, and I, commit to treating it with respect and honor and care and listening for when it's full or it needs to rest or additional support. So that's that. The next thing that's a really good energy practice is just learning some very simple breaths. So the two that I was taught that really work for me are a cleansing breath, which is 7 in, hold it for 4, and out for 7, like this. So you can take a deep breath in for 7, hold it for 4, out for 7. 3 rounds of that. Oh, it's really almost magical for me what it does for my nervous system to just reset. It takes less than 2 minutes. You can go to the restroom, into a stall, if you don't have a private place, and just breathe for 3 rounds, and it really helps to reset your nervous system. Another one is 4-4-4, which is a relaxing breath. So if you need to relax, you got tension before, after, maybe, a shift or, whatever that you have to do. Same cycle, 4 in, hold it for 4, 4 out, like that. I got that from Elder Mama Iyanla Van Zant. It's a beautiful practice that I hope serves you. Let me think. Is there anything else? The last thing that's coming up for me is to really be intentional about why you are in the space that you're in, what your sacred mission and calling is, and just really to call in your highest self to be in these spaces, like I am here because this is where I am intending to be. I am here to be in, in service to whatever it is that is bringing you there. If it's in service to a sacred calling, if it's in service to feeding your family, supporting the well-being of others, whatever it is, I'm here because I want to learn this specific thing that will elevate my life in this way. I think intention is so powerful. Like knowing why you are doing the thing that you're doing really just puts a protective energy around you. And you can always visualize a golden light around you, a white light, a purple light, whatever color feels safe and comforting and protective, just see that light around you. Our auric fields are real. I mean, we are electromagnetic beings. Look at all the science. It is there. It is not a woo thing. And those things really help us. We have the ability to activate that electromagnetic field in ways that are more profound than what we have been taught. So just activating that electromagnetic field, visualizing it as a white light, a protective energy around you, really does go a long way. So it is my prayer, hope, intention that these things will serve you well in moving forward in the capacity that you have called forth in your life, and that feels good and safe and sacred. And it is my blessing that, the highest and greatest good will surround you for that which you have intended to do. All right. Blessings and love.